Mr. Ibrahim from Portland Design, thank you for your splendid presentation, full of inspiring slides and thoughts. Tell me about the ritual-tainment you mentioned. What is the ritual-tainment?
Ritual-tainment, yeah. The idea here is we want to transcend service. We want to transcend just what a customer does in a store and how you serve them through whether it's they're selecting a product or at the transaction area in a till. We want to talk to brands about designing the service, designing not just the store, but the software, if you like, the experience as a ritual. So if you design a ritual and you deliver and you formulate a ritual which is very specific to you as a brand, you own that ritual, it's very difficult to copy, and people remember a ritual. So what is your welcome ritual? What is your farewell ritual? What is your collect ritual on click and collect? What is your changing room ritual?
Independent of the channel. Is it online, offline?
Absolutely. What are your rituals? Because so many stores you walk in, so many retailers you deal with, every time you go into a retailer, whether it's online or in a store, going to a changing room, it's the same experience. Yeah. Being at the till is the same experience. Walking into the store, there's no differentiation through ritualization. Yeah. And if you can create differentiation through ritualization, ritual-tainment, then you have something really deep, meaningful, and will really encourage loyalty.
Is this about company culture?
It starts with company culture, but it starts with deliberately not just designing your physical store or your website, but designing them through a series of rituals.
Do we still talk about offline, online experiences? Or?
Some people still do talk about online and offline, but I think in the future consumer, the connected consumer, the Generation C I refer to, will not distinguish between online and offline. We'll not even talk in those terms. It'll be one experience, and you'll flick from your device to your physical, i.e. digital, to IRL, in real life.
And you expect the same experience?
It'll be the same experience, and therefore as a company, as a brand, you've got to organize yourself and create a culture which does not distinguish between online and offline. And as a business, you shouldn't drive your thinking through your channels, you should drive your thinking through your customer and what the customer sees as your online or offline, which they wouldn't even refer to in the future.
How important is technology in this whole thing?
I think technology is critically important, but I don't think the future is driven through technology or in fact technical people. Mm-hmm. I think technology is a facilitator. The future of retail is not about technology, it's about anthropology. It's about understanding people and how they're going to engage with brands, but much more importantly, how they will engage with each other, with the brand as either on the inside as a facilitator or on the outside.
And even be able to predict what the customer will do.
Absolutely, and I think you make a very important point. One thing I didn't say in my presentation is that the importance of business is not just to listen to customers and respond to what customers want. How many times have we heard that? If you do that, all you are is a reactive business. Yes. You've got to be a predictive business, and how do you leverage sentiment data, what people are feeling, leverage that and really kind of design your experience around trying to predict what customers may want, to give them surprises, to create serendipity in the customer experience.
So make them happy.
Make them happy. If you make them happy, they give you money.
So it's, besides technology, it's all about people. Can we?
It's all about people, but it's all about how you create engagement between the people that are related to your brand, between your own people and customers, and between customers themselves. So yeah, understanding how people, not the glib term people, but how people in the future will engage with brands, but more importantly, will they make brands or allow brands to be part of their lives? And this is the very important thing. Technology, if we're going to talk about technology in the future will increasingly allow brands to engage with customers minute by minute, second by second in their daily lives through their mobile device. The key is not that. In the
most relevant way.
In the most relevant way, but the key is not that, because the key is just because you can do something technically, it doesn't necessarily mean you should be doing it. Now, what effect that will have if we talk about people is that people, customers, will then decide which brands they will allow into their lives and not. So unless you contribute to people's lives, not just sell them stuff, contribute to people's life, and if you do and you add value and you give convenience, they will allow you into your lives. And if you're allowed into their lives on a digital format, mobile device, minute to minute, that's very powerful. But customers, I am absolutely convinced, will only select a handful of brands they will allow in their lives. I'm sure you have a handful of brands that you engage with that you don't mind them emailing you, texting you minute to minute. I certainly do. And I enjoy and get more richness out of some brands, but others I do not allow in my life.
Then we can talk about loyalty in the real sense of the word.
Then that leads us to the real reinvention of loyalty and the rethinking and the repositioning of what value means. So reinvention of loyalty, repositioning value, rethinking convenience, reimagining experience. These are the things that are the bedrock, the linchpin of the future of shopping.